overall, like at least for me personally, I feel a lot more loose being able to like kind of do things that I was good at last year. So, and I think I'm showing like better form in this split than I have in kickoff and split one. And it's just a lot more free flow.
Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview covering VCT America Stage 2. For this occasion, I'm here accompanied once again by C0M of Leviatan, who are coming off of a 2-0 series victory over Loud in said split. And so, C0M, like I said before, thank you so much for taking the time and taking down Loud, a team that has plenty of expectations, anticipation coming into this match. But still, you know, taking them down, how are you feeling first and foremost?
Feel good. I think we were off to like a pretty slow start on map one, and then we managed to get the energy back up and kind of pull through it. So that's like a big testament to what this team's mental has kind of gone through. And then obviously, yeah, I mean, Loud is a pretty good team, and they have legends on that team. So much respect to them. But you know, we were playing pretty well today.
Of course, the better team did come out on top tonight. Just you mentioned a little bit right there in your answer. Just the start of the series, start of Lotus, first half. Obviously, you guys went down 8-4 on attacking side. Then that then led to the comeback and eventual victory in that map to your favor. Just want to ask about, you know, what was the most difficult part for the team in that first part, and then in addition to that, you know, what kind of sparked the comeback in the second half?
I think it was just like finding the right thing to do, what to re-clear, because we had like a good idea on how they were going to play. But I think overall it was just like finding our rhythm again on the map and stuff. We haven't played an official in a while. But like just finding our overall rhythm and just figuring it out like step by step. And then once we kind of find our groove, then we just kind of run away with it.
King mentioned a little bit in the broadcast of the post-match interviews after the series, and he mentioned about how he kind of expected, you know, Loud to revert back, or not really revert, but more so look at Tui's as the duelist, which obviously he was on the race. Just want to ask about your point of view. You know, how was the team kind of approaching this match, given the fact that, you know, in light of Loud's current form, and then the possibility of them going back to or going to Tui's as a duelist in whatever situation it might rise?
We just kind of took it as they've been having like pretty poor results with like static on duelist, so we kind of anticipated there'd be some sort of change, and just kind of like we thought they would go for like fully meta comps and stuff. Honestly, I think we're expecting more of like a Viper on Lotus than them going to kind of like mirror, except for Raze and Neon Switch of our comp. But yeah, I think we just kind of anticipated with their recent results and form, like they would change up some stuff, try their best. I mean, they probably felt like they were the underdogs and needed to change something to like try to get an edge on us, and like maybe we don't know how they were going to play.
And it definitely did show their moments in that first map. Eventually, then you guys were able to overcome that and come out on top. And then moving over to Icebox, I mean, Icebox for Leviatan has basically become not really a guarantee, but you understand the sense that I'm saying. Just sort of walk me through just how the team was able to move on from Lotus and just kind of get back to comfort and just getting back to the swing of things in that second map.
I think overall, like as soon as we won that first map, we were like, all right, let's dominate this next one and just assert like dominance. And then it kind of showed in all of our players. I mean, I was frying first map, then the second map I didn't have to do that much because everyone else was just killing everyone, you know. So yeah. I just did my thing and let everyone else do their thing. So I mean, I think everyone just kind of like locked in fully, and then we just, you know, I think whenever our whole team is locked in like that, it's like very hard to stop us, even individually and like strategically.
I mean, sticking with that second map, 9-2 overall record so far in 2024. Last loss in that map came against 100 Thieves, not even almost around 2 months ago. So sort of, I mean, what makes this such a great match for you guys, or what makes this such a great map for you guys for this year?
I think we just kind of found our comfort with like everyone and like the ways they want to play. Like Aspas is super comfortable on the map. I think every time he plays that map, he drops like 25 plus. He's just going crazy on that. Ian is the same way. He's kind of found his like footing on that map, Tex, and he's been frying as well. Then you have Mazina on the harbor. I mean, we all know him for his harbor too. Like he's one of the best in the world. And then I think just for like King, his like mid rounding and everything just feels like very fluent, like no matter what. And then for me, I usually like own on that map too. I feel super comfortable with everything we do. So I think it's just like overall, like everyone just feels in their overall comfort.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's the continuation of a very great form, I would say, for Leviatan from the end of Masters Shanghai, of securing that first seed, I believe, with an overall 8-1 record. Just talking about that, I mean, focusing on stage 2, just the team's performance overall, continuing to win, not even dropping a map, I believe. So far in stage 2, I mean, what kind of keeps things going for you guys, and just trying to continue this momentum, continue being the top from end of Masters onwards up until now?
I think it's just like last split we kind of went through like we were really strong in the regular season, and then kind of like or like throughout, like, okay, so against Sentinels and NRG we were very good, and then after that we were kind of dropping off and looking a little bit more shaky or match by match. So it's kind of like we're trying to drive ourselves to like keep the consistency no matter what. Don't drop off the form, just keep doing what we're doing and really hammer it in. Don't get lazy, essentially. And I think that's something like I think Ito and Juve have both like really invoked in us, like try to do this right no matter what, have good fundamentals, all this sort of stuff that we didn't necessarily have before. So yeah.
How much has the change in coaching helped with just the team's current form? Because I talked to a few of your teammates so far in stage 2, and you mentioned about the difference between just having a free-flowing atmosphere. I might be wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong there, or kind of work around that. Just how has that environment slash atmosphere slash strategization changed? With the coaching change, has that kind of played a big factor as well?
I think so. I mean, overall, like at least for me personally, I feel a lot more loose, being able to like kind of do things that I was good at last year. So, and I think I'm showing like better form in this split than I have in kickoff and split 1. And it's just a lot more free flow. Like in terms like that's where I kind of thrive, and I can mid round us in any sort of way, shape, or form. And it makes me like super comfortable in the role that I'm kind of put in. And for my teammates, I feel we feel kind of free as well in terms of like the way we play, like it feels like a whole new like culture kind of got put into our team in a way. And then it kind of made us all like the best versions of ourselves at the moment.
I want to now direct the attention towards yourself, because I remember you did an interview during Masters Shanghai, and you talked about your individual form and how it's not really been up to par to the standard you set for yourself in the past, and how much of a struggle that might have been. I mean, looking back onto that now, what do you think just made the switch for you to just look at how you were back then, tweak the things that you needed to tweak, and then play as you have been playing right now?
I think it's just I've kind of been here before, like kind of last year, where this has kind of happened with me, and obviously don't want it to happen. That sucks, but at the end of the day, like I'm very self-aware. Like I honestly understand most of it, and I've been really working hard. I think in map 1 it really showed. Like I've been really like teaching myself like a new way of like how to aim, similar to like kind of like King and Aspas, because both of them have like very insane movement. We see it day in, day out, and it's me trying to like adopt that kind of style for myself as well. And then it's also like I don't know, I feel a lot more comfortable than I ever have. And yeah, I mean, I'm just happy that I'm starting to put out better performances, and like supporting my team to 30 kills every map.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, looking at where you are right now, it's a vast contrast compared to like how you were in EG. Because you're looking at EG, it was a team of, I don't know how to describe it, but a team of upstarts, just breaking into the scene, just having to be on this scorching hot form at the middle of the season up until the very end, and of course, coming out with a mess with a champions world title victory. And you compare that with your squad right now, having plenty of expectations. Sure, you didn't have great moments at the start of it, but then now with the current form, now it feels like you're really getting to the expectations that the fans and the analysts have set out for you guys at the start of the year. And so,
Yes.
that said, how do you kind of compare this team to last year's team or EG team? That's what you said.
Um, it's really hard to compare because I think both have their strengths and weaknesses, honestly. But this year, we're starting to get into like the kind of form that EG was getting in last year, or I guess us last year was getting in, where everyone feels like they know exactly what each other are gonna do no matter what, and the chem and utility is just perfect. Um, and then like of course like it helps having some of the best players in the world on your team as well. Um, but it's really hard to compare, honestly. I love both teams. I consider every team that I've been on like family. All these guys are insane at the game, and I'm just here to make sure everything works well, you know? Um, and yeah, I mean, that's kind of my role in this team, maybe more so in this team than EG, just to like keep the morale up, always communicate to the best of my abilities, no matter what my scoreline, no matter what the scoreline is, and just be kind of like a leader, the same as like King is right now.
So like the vibes merchant. So you're saying you're the vibes merchant of the team?
I'm kind of the vibes merchant of the team, like a little bit, and I'm just a happy person. Like no matter what, like I'm humble, like I'm aware of everything, and I'm just like I just want to make sure everyone on my team is happy to like play the game, and then they show up every day at practice, no matter like how bad their sleep was or whatever, to just like show them like it's okay. Like let's have a good day at practice, let's have fun, and that's kind of like my rule. Just like make sure everyone is like happy.
As a result of playing so well in stage 2, now you're in the position where you can kind of like take it easy for next week. You have Xperia, you of course a very good team, but still you have some cushion from now until start of playoffs. Just sort of now, how are you guys going to approach this next week and then after the playoffs? Because once you're in playoffs, you only need one more match win to then qualify for champions.
I think we're taking next week the same way as we took this week, because I'm pretty sure, at least this is what my coach has told me. If it's wrong, it's his fault, not my fault. But supposedly if we win against Furia, then we're auto qualified to champs with points, no matter what.
Okay.
So, and it's the same thing if EG beats 100 Thieves this week, then we're also auto qualified to champs, and we don't have to worry about anything. So. I think we're going to take it the same way. I mean, obviously, if EG beats 100 Thieves, maybe we hide some stuff against Furia and just in that way. But I think every game we're taking as serious as possible. We want to win. I mean, we're 8-0 on maps so far this split. I think we all really want to keep continuing the form that we've had so far and just work just as hard as we have this whole time.
It's an envy for it's a position that anyone would love to have, and it's the result of a hard work that you and Leviatan have put on from now until now, from then up until now. So whatever the case, hopefully you guys are able to keep it going for next week and then everything after that. That's it. I'm going to wrap up the interview right here. Com, thank you so much once again for taking the time during this interview once again, and also congrats once again on the W, and of course best of luck for next week.
Thank you. I appreciate you.